You won't believe what they did. Brian married his sister Brianna.
We can't leave each other. It's not our fault, baby. Understand that.
We are siblings.
And not only that, they are even expecting a baby. Yes, it's true.
We love each other so much, and I'm not going to leave her for anything.
It's hard for many to understand, but they live under the same roof, share everything, care for each other, and even walk down the street hand in hand without feeling ashamed.
Simwesabingi kama bradhangu. I just say he's my husband.
You might judge them, but their situation is due to common mistakes made by many parents. You think this could never happen to you, but it's a situation anyone could find themselves in unexpectedly. What did their parents do wrong that led to such a terrible thing? How do these two manage in a society that finds their situation hard to accept? And how did they end up in this position even though they are siblings? Their story became so famous that I heard about it from far away. Driven by curiosity, I traveled back to Kenya to learn the truth. When I heard their story firsthand, it gave me goosebumps. They are caught in a situation that seems impossible to escape once you're in it. Here is their story.
My name is Brian Kyle, and I was born and raised in Kiambu County. And when I was growing up, my father left us to go. I don't know where he went, and I was raised all by myself by my mom. My mom took care of me. She paid all my school fees even as she was struggling. She took me to high school and up to university.
Brian, who is now 21 years old, was brought up by his mother from a young age. His mother worked hard to provide for him because his father left them when he was little. Growing up, Brian met many different people. It's normal for kids to meet new people as they grow, including some who might help them and others who might not. Meanwhile, a young girl Brian had never met or heard of was about to enter his life.
So hi guys, my name is Brianna. I'm 19 years of age.
My name is Brianna, and I'm 19 years old. I was raised by my mom because I didn't see my dad much. My mom looked after me well. I started school in elementary, then went to high school, and later went to university where I used to live.
They first met at this university, but neither of them knew the other or had met before. They became friends and eventually fell in love without realizing they were siblings. How did this happen?
So we met at a party in school, just a random day. The school had organized a party. That's where we met through a friend. We met through a friend who said, like, you and a friend I know, you have some similarities. So she organized that we meet that day, and she was fun, she was cool that day, and that's how we started like talking to each other. Then the next time we met, we went out, we started knowing each other. A few months passed by. We started as girlfriend and boyfriend, then we advanced and we also moved in together.
So we met through a friend, and this friend alisema like kuna another boy mwenye akona something.
I met him
similar.
through a friend who mentioned that there was a guy she knew who had a similar personality to mine, and I was curious to meet him. At various school events, I asked my friend to introduce us. When we met, we clicked right away and really enjoyed each other's company. We didn't know we were related at first. We quickly became best friends and then fell in love. I felt so strongly about him that it seemed like nothing could stop my feelings.
They met as students and fell in love, which is a normal and natural thing to happen. Over time, their love grew, and they began spending more time together, sharing everything like people in love do. But one day, something unexpected happened that changed everything.
One day, we were on the bed, just relaxing after a long day in school. Then she showed me a picture of her dad, and I was so shocked because the same father that she was showing me is also my father, and I was so nervous because we had already committed incest, and I was so worried about what so many people were going to think, all my relatives, and what my mom was going to think about that.
Siku moja tu like nikiwa na scroll simu yangu nikakam akaona picha ya babangu, kumbe babangu pia ni babake.
While looking at photos on my phone, I showed him a picture of my dad. He looked scared and then told me that the man in the photo was also his dad. This meant we had the same father. It was shocking and upsetting, and I didn't know what to do. Imagine dating someone and then finding out he is your brother. I loved him so much that my feelings didn't change, especially since he was already my husband and I was pregnant with his child.
My mom was there for me all my life, so she was very understanding, and she had agreed to support us, and she even talked to us even when I was in my depression state. She came and talked to me, and she made me feel so safe, and my girlfriend also was there, and she also convinced me that if we loved each other, why not continue with this relationship.
His mother coming back to him was the right thing to do because, as a mother, she knew that his son wasn't to blame for what happened. However, the girl's family and society didn't see it that way. They didn't understand that she wasn't at fault. This is where they started to stand up for themselves in what feels like a battle against these societal views.
My mom aliniachilia, mama hadi hataki kubother kunifanyia anything.
When my mother found out, she stopped helping me. She used to provide all my meals, but now she doesn't care about my life anymore. People think we did something terrible, but we didn't choose this. My father also didn't care about the situation. I felt very sad, but there was nothing we could do because we only discovered the truth when it was too late.
Brianna told the father that she has met his brother. He didn't even say anything because he hasn't been there for my life, so why will he even care about us? And he has never come back to even see how I was faring, to even give me advice, even now that I also am going to be a parent, and I'm really scared because I don't know what to do. Being a young parent is not something easy, and I know that right now we survive only on one meal or 2 meals per day. And how about us now being 3 of us in our life? My mom doesn't have enough money to take care of the 3 of us, of the 2 of us, me and Brianna. So how will she be able to take care of us and our child? It's going to be really hard, but I know there's going to be a way out.
The story of these young people, Brian and Brianna, is truly sad. Instead of their families supporting them and helping them understand their mistakes, they were the first to abandon them. If you notice, even their names are similar, hinting that they share the same parents. Now, with their families gone, their lives have become even more difficult. They struggle to find enough food, paying rent is a constant burden, and on top of that, Brian is dealing with serious health issues. Despite their youth, they are also preparing for the future, which includes the arrival of a child. They are facing these challenges without the support of their families, which makes their situation especially tough.
All the relatives that were paying some little fees to my university, they all stopped and went away because I'm dating my own sister, and even if we go outside, people really judge us for what we are doing, but they don't understand the love that we share. If they were in this same position, they would understand why I love her and can't leave her alone. So I'm epileptic, and she has been there with me through this journey since. Every time I have an episode, I converse and break my arms, she's the one to always take me to the hospital at night at 3 a.m. At 4 a.m. she'll always be the one, and we love each other so much, and I'm not going to leave her for anything.
At least tuweze hadi kulia mtoi wetu mwenye anakuja.
Everyone abandoned us, but we chose to keep the baby because we didn't want to have an abortion. It's not our fault. It's our parents. Also, I can't abandon him because his health is really bad, and I know he can't find anyone else to take care of him. I'm there to help him all the time.
After being rejected by their families and others, they chose to stay together and love each other. Now they live together and openly show their love, walking the streets without shame and sharing what little they have. However, they still really need support from anyone who understands their struggles. They believe there are still people out there who will listen to them instead of judging them.
I'm calling for everyone who wants to support us, because I'm still in the university, Brianna is still in the university, and our debt is really big, especially mine, because my mom is the only one trying to support us, and she cannot pay for the university, pay for our house rent, pay for my hospital bills, because I'm epileptic and I need to go to the hospital every month to go and have some checkup, but I can't do that because she has no money. So I will really appreciate it, because as a man I really have to start thinking on how I am going to support my own family, and I can't do that with all these debts, school fees debts, of which I will not be able to graduate and find any job. So I call upon you who's watching this video to assist us in any way you can.
On the other hand, hatuna pesa ya kulipia my husband's school fees.
We are now living with a lot of debt. We are students and can't work because of our studies. My husband also needs a lot of money for medical treatment and to solve our other problems. We haven't paid our rent for 2 months, and we owe money at the place where we buy food. Everyone has abandoned us, and we didn't choose this situation. Most people wish our baby didn't exist, but we think that abandoning each other would be an even bigger mistake.
This is a serious issue, and these kids did not choose this life. If you are willing to help them, you can donate whatever you can through Giving Life by clicking on the link in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. This story teaches us an important lesson, especially for parents. Every mistake we make can easily affect our children in a way we don't expect. We should value and be content with one family. For children, even though it's hard, it's better to be careful and really get to know your partner before falling too deeply in love. Thank you for watching. I am Simon Greenwood, and this is Afromax English. Please don't forget to subscribe.